All right, what's up, guys? Caleb here, and today I am joined by another fellow YouTuber named Beskar Bricks.
Hello.
So we're teaming up to do a podcast called Bricks Builds and Beyond, and we're just going to talk about Legos and then other interesting things, and just lead toward other discussions and just have fun talking about Legos. So, do you want to start?
All right, also just quick disclaimer to those who are watching. I'm not going to be showing myself and if you comfortable. And I'm seeing the screen a bit from a weird angle, but if this isn't like a lower resolution than it normally is, I'm not using a camera. I am using a computer here, sadly. But all right, yeah.
Okay.
Um, the first question that I came up with for you is, what do you believe is your most controversial opinion regarding Lego?
That's a good question. Huh, maybe the 2020 Star Wars AAT.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that set. I like people complain about how it's like overpriced and how the gun's oversized, but personally, I kind of like it. Like I don't know, I just think it's kind of charming. I haven't picked it up yet, but I think it's kind of a good set, and I think it gets a bit too much hate in my opinion.
I haven't really heard much hate on it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard like M&R Productions and stuff kind of
Uh,
disliking it and trashing it and stuff, but
yeah, that might
personally,
make sense.
yeah. So, what do you think's your like most controversial Star Wars opinion? I kind of want to hear yours.
I've probably given this set too much. I've probably talked about this set a bit too much. Probably my opinions on 501st Legion clone troopers.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Uh,
that on your channel and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, honestly, I probably given a bit more negative light because I do really like the set. It's a really cool set. I just think it may just get a little bit too much credit than it deserves. I
Yeah.
think the main problem with me is that people are just judging the figures, but I believe when judging a set, you should review the whole. So yeah, that's just me. I still love it though.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty good set.
Yeah,
I
good
got a few
value too.
questions for you too. So, like, my first question was like, what made you want to start YouTube? What made you want to start a YouTube channel on Legos?
Actually, for a while when I was a kid, I tried it when I was little. But honestly, like I've been collecting for a couple of years now. I think I might be on my third or fourth year collecting Lego. So all this was just kind of just I had all these boxes and sets just sitting around on chests. I figured I might as well do something with them. To be honest, I've never really made come in contact with the Lego community at all. So it was just kind of like a nice way to get a good view into what was going on.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, you have any questions for me then?
Yeah, sure. Are there any retired Lego themes that you think could be brought back and could be successful on the market?
Um, I think maybe Indiana Jones. I feel like that was like a pretty big theme in 2008 and 2009. And I really liked it. I never picked up any of the sets, but like I thought it was a cool theme. And I think if Lego was to release it today, I feel like a lot of people would buy it and stuff.
Aren't they making a new Indiana Jones movie at some point? I think I might have heard that somewhere.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I think it's coming out like in the next few years or something. I don't know if it has Harrison Ford or if they got another actor for it or something. But
Well,
another
I hope we.
retired, hold up, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Now you go.
I was thinking another retired theme that they could bring back would be like James Bond. I know it's not exactly retired, but I feel like if they made James Bond sets, it could be cool. That's what I want to see. But
Yeah, that would be interesting. I think the one issue with that theme is like the weapons and stuff.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
and like the military theme side of it. But that would be awesome if you got a licensed theme like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty surprised they actually made like the Aston Martin. Like, I'm kind of surprised they actually even made a Lego set of it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm kind of too. It doesn't seem like a kind of theme that they kind of touch down on.
No. And I mean, if you think about it, nor does like Indiana Jones. Like some of the stuff in the
Mm.
movies is pretty dark and it's a pretty controversial theme. So I don't know, it did seem like it was a bit of a surprise when Lego started making like sets off based off of that. But
Yeah, there were some like straight up German soldiers in some of those sets.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. uh so what are your thoughts on the Winnie the Pooh set? I know that got revealed a few days ago and I
Yeah.
actually did a video on it, but what are your thoughts on it?
I think it's awesome. I think like it's like the perfect kind of thing to be made in Lego. It seems to be like great for collectors and maybe even kids if their parents own it. It looks very it looks much better than I thought. I seen, I think, Beyond the Brick do a review on it, and it just they cram so much in it. It looks so small if you look at it compared to the piece count, but just taking a look at all the little details, it really looks really awesome to me
Yeah.
at least.
You think you're gonna be buying it?
No.
No.
I just spent a lot of money on Lego not too while ago on a lot, and probably not gonna be purchasing anything for a little while.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw it, but like about a month ago, I said on my channel that I wasn't gonna buy Lego for like 3 months. And it's pretty much we're almost approaching like the 1 month mark that I've gone an entire month without buying Lego. And it honestly hasn't been like super hard for me. Like, I don't know, it hasn't been super hard. I just kind of want to save up my money and then go and buy a big set. What I'm planning to buy is I want to buy the modular police station so I can put
Mm,
it over next to the bookshop because I think that'd be epic if I, start a modular city. So I'm trying to work up enough money for that set currently.
yeah, modulars are awesome. If I wasn't such a Star Wars geek, I'd definitely into that.
Yeah. I mean, the other themes I'm into, like I'm into some Star Wars sets like down there, but the main other theme I'm into right now is like architecture. Like I really
Mm,
like those sets. Like the Statue of Liberty is great, the San Francisco is great, the White House is also really cool. And I really like, I don't know, from like a collector's standpoint of view, I think they're really cool sets.
that makes sense. Yeah.
So whose turn is it to ask a question? I think I
Geez,
asked you the Winnie the Pooh set, so I think it's your turn.
all right. What do you believe is the most collectible slash expensive minifigure in your collection?
In my collection? Oh man.
Like, just give a guess. Now this can take some research. Just like throw something out there.
Yeah. Let me think about that. I honestly don't know. I'm not the type of person to go and buy old sets or just buy stuff off of eBay. Like I've never actually bought anything off of eBay. So I don't know what the most rare one is. I think my favorite one here, I'm gonna grab my favorite one real quick and show you.
All right.
My favorite might be I got a collectible series and I got the pizza suit guy,
Ooh, I
and I
have
think
that.
he's
He's
really
awesome.
epic. I haven't actually made a video on him yet, but I think this is actually a really cool minifigure, very unique. I like his little menu and stuff too, but that's probably my favorite minifigure I own, I would say. I also really like just the 501st Trooper minifigure. I think that's a really well designed
Mm,
minifigure.
yeah.
I don't know what the most expensive one is though. What do you think's your most expensive minifig?
I think just guessing. I know I had an answer, but I've gotten quite a couple of sets since I last researched this on. But I think it's either my Minbin Stormtrooper from the 2018 TIE Fighter or my light up lightsaber Darth Vader from my TIE Fighter from I think 2006 or 2007.
Yeah, those are both pretty cool. I really like the Minban like Stormtrooper just because
Yeah.
of how much like details on it. That's actually a really cool minifig.
They gave, especially they made an exclusive, I believe, an exclusive helmet mold for that, which shocked me. You'd think they just use like a normal one.
Yeah. So I had another question. Why do you collect old Star Wars sets? I noticed on your channel most of them are retired sets that you do. You do some new sets like the Trouble on Tatooine set, but like for my channel, I'm mostly into like all the new sets. I don't have any sets that are older than 2 years old. So why is it that you're so interested in older Star Wars sets?
I've tried to figure out it too. I don't know. It's just like it like it's probably is a bad idea because they're so much more expensive than normal ones.
Yeah,
Like but I don't know. They're just interesting to me. Like cool. I just have this weird draw to old stuff. Like I have the 2014 AT-AT, but now I got that recently, but I have no interest in the 2021 now.
yeah.
Which it's so strange to me. I don't know.
Like personally, like I think the new 2021 sets, or at least in the past 5 years, all the sets designs are just like so much better compared to the ones
Yeah.
15 or 20 years ago. So
Yeah,
I'm
they are
just
like
curious
this.
about
Like
that.
this is absolutely awful, but I still
Yeah.
love it, and it's so weird.
What do you think's your like oldest Star Wars set then? Would it be
My
that one
old
there?
there's Three. I have three sets from 1999, the year that the wave launched.
Wow.
My oldest actual set is from 1985.
Wow, that's impressive. What set is that?
It's a little classic space set. I love classic space. I want to get more, but I keep buying Star Wars. But
Yeah. So I think it's your turn to ask a question.
all right. Are there any themes that you think have gotten worse over the years?
Have gotten worse. That's a good question. This might actually be a little bit controversial, but I guess you could hypothetically say Star Wars, like especially with like the 2021 wave. I literally just watched M&R Productions video like half an hour ago about how much he hated this wave. And well, I don't think that's like a particularly bad wave. When you look at it compared to like some of the stuff we were getting 2 or 3 years ago, it just doesn't feel, I don't know, it's just a bunch of remakes and stuff. And especially this wave in particular, it's just not like a super great wave to me. And there's not really any that I would like want to buy like a ton. That's a good question though. I don't think there's any other themes that I think have really gotten, downhill. How
Hmm.
about you?
The only one I can think of, but this is purely nostalgia driven, is Ninjago. But that's like everything in Ninjago gotten better in terms of the builds and the molds. I'm just not a huge fan of the style. It's as a kid, I grew up with the original TV show, but that's just purely just because of nostalgia. But in reality, they've gotten much better.
Yeah, I used to watch the Ninjago show too a lot with my brother Sam. And we had some of the older like ones, especially from like 2015. The main like Ninjago set I'm interested in now is Ninjago City Gardens. I think that looks
Mm,
like incredible, but
I I love the arcade machine in that set.
oh, it's so cool. So, what is your favorite Star Wars movie?
Oh, that's hard. So I don't like that. That's very difficult
Yeah,
for me. It's probably either Return of the Jedi, but of course it's either um 4, 5, or 6, or Rogue One or Solo.
yeah.
If I can probably narrow it down to three: Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, and Solo.
Yeah, Rogue One might actually be my favorite. I think Rogue One's like super well done. Personally, like I'm really into the newer ones, like the prequels and sequels and stuff, because
Mm,
they just don't really match up to the older ones. I feel like the older ones, like I don't know, when you look at like the CGI and how far we've come in the past 50 years, I feel like the newer Star Wars are just better in my opinion.
mm.
But I really like Rogue One and I think Solo is really good. I think The Force Awakens is also a really good one. But yeah, this would be my favorite.
Yeah, Force Awakens was definitely really good, but I think Last Jedi and what was, all right, and this might be controversial personally. I thought Rise of Skywalker was pretty like not that good.
I thought it was decent. I feel like a ton of people just like absolutely hated it. And I didn't like love it. I didn't hate it either. Like I didn't really like how they brought Palpatine back and stuff, but parts of it were pretty
Yeah,
good, I thought.
yeah.
All right, I think it's your turn.
All right. Are there any other franchises do you think could be adapted to Lego successfully?
Any other franchises?
Like
Um,
any other and basically in simple terms, is there a new license theme that could work in Lego?
yeah, I get that. I think maybe like they just made Mario last year, and I think that turned out pretty good. It sold pretty well. I think it'd be interesting if we saw Sonic like turned into
Uh,
Lego.
Aren't we
I think
getting
that
a
would,
Lego Ideas set off of that?
yeah, I have seen the ideas set, but I kind of think it'd be cool if we got an official Lego set of that. Nothing like jumps to mind though.
Yeah.
Like, what about you? What do you think would be cool?
Mm, geez. I guess in keeping it terms like the video game topic, maybe if you heard of the game Terraria, that could potentially work, but that's hard because that is a two-dimensional game.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be hard. I feel
Star
like it
Trek.
was weird seeing like Mario go from just a two-dimensional game
mm,
to going to like 3D Lego is a little bit odd.
At least there's been many 3D Mario games.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
But yeah, the only thing I could really think of is probably Star Trek. That
That
might be cool.
that could be cool. Yeah. What is your favorite non-Star Wars Lego set? So favorite Lego set that's not Star Wars, and you don't even have to own it. It can be a set you don't own.
I'm just gonna stick with the ones I own. It's pretty that it's just to make it easier. Probably my Stranger Things, the Upside Down.
Yeah. I haven't actually watched Stranger Things. I get the gist of it. I think it's a really cool concept,
Hmm.
really, but I've been on the verge of like buying that set for a while, but I haven't pulled the trigger on it just because I haven't watched the show. But I think it's a really cool set. For me, it would probably be of the ones I own, it would be either the Aston Martin or the Bookshop. Those are both super cool
Hmm.
sets. And if I didn't own one, it might actually be Ninjago City Gardens. I've always wanted that set. Well, I've wanted that set for a while. Or maybe the Coliseum. I think those are both really cool sets.
I'm too intimidated by the Coliseum to buy it.
Yeah, it's huge. So I think it's your turn. I don't have like a ton of questions left, but as many
Yeah,
as I got.
I only have one left, but this one I think could maybe turn into a nice conversation. Do you have any ideas for a potentially new Lego Star Wars collectible minifigure series?
Minifigure series. Okay. I don't have any like initial ideas. I've seen like M&R Productions videos of like how he digitally designs minifigs and stuffs, and that's pretty cool. I think they should probably do it in like they should have a prequels one, an originals one, and a sequels one. I think that would probably work best. I don't know. What about you?
Um, I think I think in terms of like the characters in it, for me, I've seen people say like we should get like all clone troopers, which I don't necessarily agree with. I think basically if Lego made these series, I would hope that they would take the opportunity to give us characters that normally we wouldn't may not be able to get. Like there's a lot of clone troopers, but you know, like we have not gotten like a fives. You know who that is? Have you seen the Clone Wars?
I haven't seen the Clone Wars. I've been meaning to for a while, but I haven't actually seen it yet.
You know, there's a lot of other good characters from the Mandalore. I think if Disney did it, they should really just try to focus on popular characters that there's not really many opportunities to create in a set.
Another thing I think would be fun is I remember like the Lego Batman movie, they did like a whole series on that. And instead of just
Mm,
making like basic characters, they went like wild and made like lobster Batman and swimsuit Batman and crazy versions of the Joker and stuff. And I think it would be fun if we saw like crazy Star Wars characters like that.
mm.
Be very unique, but very cool if we saw just like a completely wild CMF series of Star Wars. I think it'd be pretty cool.
That would be awesome. I think the only issue, hardcore Star Wars fans would probably hate it.
That's true. All right, so I'm running out of questions too. So I guess this will be the last question. Who's your favorite Star Wars character?
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. I guess that's your headshot pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, my favorite minifigures of him too.
Yeah. I think my favorite would probably be Han Solo. I think he's an epic
Mm,
character. He's like such a cool character, really. That'd probably be my favorite. I really like Obi-Wan Kenobi, especially like
yeah.
I watched some of the prequels this summer, and I actually really like them. I like Yoda. I really like the Mandalorian himself. I think he's a pretty
Mm.
chill but cool character. He's pretty
I,
fun.
yeah, I love all Mandalorians.
My favorite like Sith would probably be Kylo Ren. Like I
Mm,
think he's super underrated, like myself. Like I think he's pretty much just as good as Darth Vader and stuff, in my opinion.
it's an
I think he's
interesting opinion.
really
Yeah.
cool. All right. Well, if we're out of questions, I guess we could probably just end it now. So this is Seabrick Productions. Sign off for now. Make sure to like and subscribe to me and to check out Beskar Bricks' channel because he's got some pretty cool stuff on there. So sign off for now. And I will see you guys later. Peace out. Bye.
All right.